Today, I'll be talking about something that I feel like it's very important that I learned from the Lord, that He taught me that in most cases, our relationships fail because we expect the right things from the wrong people, or we have right expectations from the wrong things or from the wrong people. In short, he said that we expect returns where we didn't make investments. And I'll give this example. If I have two bank accounts, one from another bank and one from the other, and in one bank it's just savings account, that's where I put my money to grow my money, and then in another bank it's just a checking account where like the money or the income is coming in, and then I take some of it and put it in the savings account. So let me say checking account is bank A, savings account is bank B. So if I check my savings account and I realize that, oh, our money is growing and I'm happy with what is going on there, and then I go there again after 3 months and I realize that, wow, this bank is good, the interest rate is good. If I go back to my checking account and realize that I checked it maybe a month ago and I had $33 and I still have $33, I cannot expect it to yield more because I haven't put anything there. So that is what God taught me about relationships. And He taught me that when it comes to our children, sometimes we expect them to act a certain way. We expect them to be respectful around people, or we expect them to be well mannered in public, when we didn't teach them that at home, when they are growing up in chaotic environments at home and we haven't had the time to teach them to be well mannered, to teach them to be respectful. And then the other thing that he taught me about relationships is that sometimes we get into relationships, I mean romantic relationships, with people who have gone through a lot. They've gone through traumatic things, or maybe individually or collectively as a nation or as people. And even though they are telling us their stories, that this is what I went through, we can still expect them to function like someone who has not gone through anything. We expect them to be right just to serve us in ways that we would expect from somebody who hasn't gone through trauma. And then regarding professional relationships, professionally, I was a social worker, a child protection worker to be specific, or working for child and family services. And so the Lord used my job to help me see something that we do as professionals, especially when we are working with children and teenagers who have gone through a lot. These are kids who have never had stability or had little stability. These are kids who have never had structure or had little structure. These are kids who have not been taught the right way because of the problem of the families where they came from. But when we are dealing with them, we expect them to show up like kids who have gone through like the right parenting hands, or kids who have gone through the right school or the right path. And we expect so much from them. We expect them to treat us with respect. We expect them to show up for appointments on time. We expect so much. And we expect them to be super kids, super teenagers, even though we know that they haven't had structure, or they had little structure in their life. They haven't had the right adults in their lives to pour into their lives. And yet we expect them to yield results, even when we know that we haven't even shown them love. We haven't even showed them stability or showed them consistency, but we still expect them to be super kids or to be super teenagers. And so this is how we do our relationships. And this is why we keep on getting frustrated, because we expect returns where we didn't make investment. Now, when we take it spiritually, we take that mindset and then we come to God with that mindset. And what we do is that we come to God, we do little for God, but we expect magnificent results. We expect God to perform or above and beyond for us, even though we know that we do little for Him. Or we don't even do anything for Him, but we still expect Him to protect us. We don't pray, but we still expect Him to take care of our families. So much that when something happens, we say, Lord, Where were you when that so and so was treating me like this? Where were you when so and so was crafting this evil thing against me? But the problem is that we take the mindset of how we do our social, familial relationships, professional relationships, and then we come to God and we tend to expect the right things from God, even though we know that we don't serve Him. We don't live lives that honor Him. We don't live lives that glorify Him, and still we expect a lot from Him. That is all. That was a lot. but excuse me, but that is all that I had for us today. Thank you once again for stopping by. If this message is a blessing to you, let's like, let's share, and let's follow and build a community where other people will be encouraged. God bless you all.